And good afternoon and welcome to Kallang Wave Mall for Move for Wellness Festival. We're here from 16 September to 13 October. Over here we have free virtual cycling classes. You can go over there, run, bike, run, just 80 meters of running, 800 meters of cycling, and you have a chance to win a staycation. Right now, we have our segment called Chicha with RIDE&JOY. We're going to give away some bubble tea. Who wants some bubble tea over there? All right, if you want some bubble tea, stay on. Listen to our show. We're going to bring on stage two very interesting cyclists from the local cycling community. So without further ado, let me bring on the first cyclist. Some of you will know him if you are following the cycling scene. Maybe you are following him on TikTok. It's my good friend. Please welcome Mike, or Mikey Cruiserian, also known as the MMN Bro, or the MMN Brothers. Welcome, Mikey. Hey, Mikey, you can over here. Give Mikey a mic. Yeah, Mikey needs a mic. Next, we have another very interesting cyclist, right? One look at him, you all think, how can he be a cyclist? He's so big, he's so strong, right? Without further ado, let me introduce our second guest, Desmond Heavyweight Lee. All right, Desmond, if you please. Oh my
Hello.
God. Hey,
Testing,
look at his size.
Testing.
Look at his muscles.
Thank you.
Testing. Okay.
Yes, all right. All right, maybe you can have a seat. And over here we have their bicycles. This is actually Desmond's bike, and that's Mikey's bike. So guys, do you know what are we here for?
Just to share with you
About cycling? No lah. Actually, we are just here to cycle for the next 1 hour, drink bubble tea. That's it.
Right.
That's all we're going to do.
Let's
no,
go.
that's joking.
Just to drink the bubble tea only.
Yeah, we're just going to drink bubble tea and cycle, right? Okay, no, guys. You
Cycadians. Come on.
Hey, don't be so fast, eh? When you fly off, how, Mikey?
Sorry. Excited.
You cycle too fast and you fly off there. Okay, we're just joking. So for those who just joined us, right, I'm Kel, I'm the founder of RIDE&JOY app. If you're not download our app, please download our app at www.rideandjoy.sg. So we are Singapore's first active mobility cycling lifestyle app. So in the app, you can see how to go around on the park connector on the island-wide cycling network. So if you don't want to cycle on the road, our app is perfect for you, right? And don't worry, if you use our app to cycle around, you won't land out on the expressway, right? Some app will lead you around the expressway, right? Unwittingly, right? That's what happened to some of the cyclists. So today is our second episode of Chicha with RIDE&JOY. We have bubble tea sponsored by Chicha 3000. Thanks to Chicha 3000, some of the best bubble tea in Singapore. So if you all want to win some bubble tea, stay on. Later, we're going to give away some bubble tea. We're also going to give away a t-shirt courtesy of SGPCN Cyclists, our strategic partner. You can ask questions to our two speakers, or we can ask you some questions also. So I'm going to first talk to Mike. Mike, you're known in the cycling circles as Singapore's funniest cyclists. We all seen your TikTok, very funny. Especially the one you wave, at OCBC, like the president, right? So, Mike, maybe you can tell us what do you do for a living, right? We bring you all back. What do you do for a living? How do you pick up cycling?
Okay. So for me, hello, I'm Mikey Cruiserian, or you can call me Mikey Cruz. I'm an account manager in one of the German company, supply chain management company. So the company is doing more on warehousing services and fulfillment services solutions. Yeah.
Right.
So I started cycling during my army days. So I have to cycle to my camp from Tampines to Hendon Camp, Commando Camp. Commando Camp.
Commando.
Yes.
Mikey's a commando.
Storeman. That was about like 2 years ago already 2 years ago So my age now is only 23 years old.
I thought you haven't got army yet. You look so young.
So I have to. For me, I'm blessed that time I have to I can book out every day. So I cycle every day. It's only 10 kilometer one trip So every day 20 started.
That's still quite the distance. So for those who just join us, we are Chicha with RIDE&JOY. We are Singapore's first cycling talk show where we talk to interesting cyclists from the community. So Mikey here was telling us he started cycling when he was in the army, cycling to camp, which is kind of similar to what for me also. So for me, I started cycling when I was 15 years old in secondary school. So I also cycled to JC, cycled to camp, cycled to work. So I picked up triathlon. So cycling and triathlon was kind of like one of my first sport. But this guy, definitely your thing, bodybuilder lah, no need to say, right? But surprisingly, Desmond wasn't always a bodybuilder. I'll let Desmond tell you more about when he picked up cycling and why do you pick up cycling when you were young?
Hi everyone, I'm Desmond Lee. So basically, a lot of people look at me, they will think that, oh, this guy must be like a gymmer, a bodybuilder, and circuit breaker, he turned into a cyclist. But actually, people that knows me way before I was a national cyclist when I was in my 20s. And then after I stopped cycling, I went into bodybuilding, I achieved whatever I want to achieve. And then just nice circuit breaker came in. I just decided to stop my bodybuilding competition and I get myself a few bicycles, buying more and more, trying to limit myself from that.
So Desmond is actually a cyclist turned bodybuilder turned cyclist again. Right?
Correct.
So like many of us during COVID, a lot of us really pick up cycling again. So for myself, I stopped cycling in 98 after I stopped triathlon, due to knee issues. So again during COVID, I started seeing more and more of my friends started cycling. So similarly, I also caught the cycling bug again, and I also developed this app. So today we can see there's two lovely bicycles here. This is a time trial bike, and this is a foldable, right, from Brompton. So how many bikes do you guys own?
I go first. I have 3 bikes. One road bike, and one bifold bike, and one trifold bike.
So basically for me, I have 4 different bicycles.
4.
One foldy for my wife, and then I started to get a time trial bike first. Then initially I realized that the time trial bike is really not suitable for group mass ride, for coffee rides. So I got myself a road bike. Then after that I seen that there were so many youngsters playing fixie. Then I got myself a fixie bike, but of course I installed brakes on them. Yeah.
So for those who don't know what's a fixie bike is no gears, right?
No gear.
Like single gear and no brakes.
And you can't stop pedaling.
Yeah, you can't stop pedaling, right? So in Singapore, there are actually many, many different cyclists, right? There are people who like road bikes, cycling on the road. Like Desmond, he's in the sport of road racing, right? That's why he needs an individual time trial bike. Mikey, cycle to camp, cycle to work, cycle for leisure. He will use a foldable bike. So last month, we just had an event called Ride for SG57. We had unicycles, we had recliner bike, we had tandem bike, Steve T, our Paralympian, right? So there are really many, many different kinds of cyclists in Singapore, right? So at the end of the day, I think whatever bike you ride, right? We are all one, right? We're one Singapore. I think we're all stronger together. So how about when you're cycling on the road? Because you train more on the road. Have you any like bad experiences with drivers, for example?
Once in a while, yes, there will be. So sometimes, let's say drivers are not alert, they want to filter left or right, and they just missed you. So you just got to be really vigilant, and your hands must be on the brake all the times. Yeah, just in case.
So how about you, Mikey? You cycle on PCN, you cycle on road. So what is your advice for people who would maybe just pick up cycling?
Okay, for me, I cycle both PCN and also roads. But when I noticed that when I cycle on the roads, okay, this only apply to minority of the drivers. Most of the drivers, very friendly. Then minority of them, I'm not sure because it's like, I frequently encounter like honking. For nothing, I just riding normally, then someone horn me, something. And then there are also cases like drivers will go very close to me, even though I'm already at in between the double yellow line already, but they will still go purposely very close to me just to overtake me. So this is something that I experienced before. Yeah.
I think we are all drivers too. I think we should all look out for each other.
Yes.
Right? I mean, whether we are cyclists, whether we are pedestrians, whether we are drivers, I think we all should actually, look out for each other, help each other.
Yeah. And if you ask me how to deal with it, right? My first question to you is that whether Desmond is with me.
If Desmond is cycling with you, I don't think any driver there to horn you.
Yes.
Right?
So basically, if Desmond with me, right, he will take care of me.
So when was the first time you met Desmond? Have you guys cycled together? Or he's too fast for you, you cannot catch up, right?
No, if you look at our TikTok video, you can see that during the OCBC event, we rode up the Benjamin
Shields Bridge.
Actually, I beat him, I beat him. I won him.
He's too heavy, right? He cannot catch up with you, right?
He can't. I think the muscle is just for show.
Oh, right. But talking about muscles and health, I mean, we all agree that cycling is a good, healthy activity. Mikey was just sharing with me, he actually lost 11 kgs from cycling. Tell us more about that.
Yes, cycling. But I have to say, it's like majority still boils down to the diet. I eat every day, I eat less, 2 M&Ms.
Yeah. So is it true you always cycle with a lot of M&M in your pocket?
I think the M&Ms, right, is a very
Do they
good.
got or not? I see got inside got M&M. Are you going to give M&M to our audience?
Yes. Who wants M&Ms? Come and find me. You want?
Yeah. The kids are all waiting for you to hand out M&M.
Yeah, I think because right, M&Ms melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
But you ride in the hot sun, then everything melt already. Then how?
I assure you, it doesn't melt.
Oh, it doesn't melt.
There's one time the M&Ms actually spilled out inside my pocket.
Right.
And it doesn't melt.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So next time if I want to follow Mikey, right, you just follow the M&M because maybe some of the M&M drop on the road,
Yeah, keep
right?
dropping on the road.
Right. But talking about food, right? I mean, I think a lot of Singaporean cyclists, we all love to cycle and then we go to...
Cycle to eat.
Yeah, to cycle to makan, right? Yeah. Whether it's your favorite prata place or your favorite, I don't know, char kway teow place. Char kway teow after cycling is not recommended, but I know some people still do that. Yeah. So Desmond, what about you? I mean, you are a personal trainer.
Yes.
You run a gym. Maybe you can tell us more about your business. And before riding, what do you like to eat? Or during rides, what do you usually eat? Any advice for the cyclists out there?
So usually before any of the serious ride in the evening, I will take a very light dinner 1 hour before the ride. And I will try to not drink so much water when the ride is closer because of the stitches.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
it may happen.
Drink too much.
Yeah. And so after the ride, usually I will choose high protein food with minimal oil.
So no char kway teow lah.
Char kway teow,
minimum
Hokkien
oil,
mee.
not even a healthy oil.
It's not recommended after the ride.
Yeah.
It just tastes really good.
I think I done it wrongly.
So no post-ride char kway teow for Desmond. But then he's in the health business, he's in the fitness business. We totally understand. He has to watch his diet. Right? Yep. That's good advice. I think, hawker food is delicious. We have one of the most delicious hawker food in the world. All right? But I think sometimes as part of the wellness, part of health, we do actually have to look after our own diets,
Yep.
right? So staying on the point about cycling to makan, so some people also like to take photograph, right? We all know that, okay, there was a controversy last week, you know, I don't want to mention the Facebook group, but one Facebook group was talking about one of our cyclists, you know, he was like filming and all that while cycling. So we know you shoot a lot of content,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You shoot a lot of content. So what advice, I think, do you have for cyclists who want to shoot some content, want to share some TikTok, want to shoot a YouTube video for their channels?
Okay, so basically just want to let you guys know that when you are cycling on the road, if you use one hand on a handphone, a mobile device, it's illegal.
Illegal,
Yeah.
yes, it's
so
illegal.
in army, there's a way of saying it. You want to do it, don't get caught. So if you want to create content, you shooting in one hand, better don't post online. So for me, for my case, I because I'm a content creator, mainly on cycling things. So I use specialized equipment. For me, I use an Insta360. It's a 360 camera, and I mount it on my bike itself.
Oh, on your bike? Oh, that's good.
So I
That's
have a selfie stick that can extend out in and out. I think Desmond saw it before during the OCBC.
Very
right?
interesting.
Yes, and that's how we capture the video between our competition.
And then he captured he beating you.
Because I
right,
know that
faster.
he has his camera rolling, so I do some acting beside him.
Right. So for those who just joined us, this is Chicha with RIDE&JOY, Singapore's first cycling talk show where we talk to interesting cyclists from the community. Today, we are very happy to have with us MMM Bro, Mikey Cruiserian. Please follow his TikTok, his YouTube channel. He creates a lot of interesting content, really very light-hearted.
Thank you, thank you.
And heavyweight Desmond Lee is a fitness trainer. He runs his own gym. He was a former national cyclist. Now, still competing. I understand you took part in the national championships recently.
Yeah, just want to keep myself more competitive, more focused.
And you are still in the men's category or the veterans category?
Now I'm already 37 years old, so
37, still young.
I'm qualified for the masters category.
You're already masters.
Yeah.
Then you'll be competing with me. I'm in the masters.
You are-
and
you will
I
be
can't
in the-
compete with you.
You'll be in the veteran category.
Oh, I'm in a veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, masters is above 35.
Veteran, master is above 35.
35.
Veteran or they call seniors is above
Right.
45.
Right,
So
okay.
it's more fair.
Sorry, I'm 23 years old.
I thought you're only 17.
My wife is 17.
Oh, so talking about family, I think cycling is a great family activity. So how many bicycles in the family and do the kids and the wife join you for cycling?
Let's say my wife and my kids are with me, I will go to East Coast Park and do the bike rental. You know those with the steering wheel.
Right, you have that one, right?
Yeah, then me and my wife will pedal, or sometimes I pedal alone, and all three of them will sit inside and enjoy the wind.
Yes. So that is, I think, Go Cycling. I think that's the rental service. They are all over the island. So for those of you who still have not owned a bicycle, you know, as Desmond said, there are actually a lot of opportunities to cycle in Singapore. There is the rental bike, you know, the anywhere bikes, right? Then there's those rental service, like you say, in East Coast. I think a lot of the parks, I know I stay at Ang Mo Kio, Bishan Park also have. So if you have not decided whether you want to invest money into buying a bike, a racing bike or a photo bike, just go out and rent a bike, right? There are plenty of places to ride. So talking about plenty of places to ride, Mikey, I mean, do you prefer to ride on the PCN or on the road? What are some of your favorite PCN park connectors in Singapore?
Okay, because I live in the north, so my favorite places will be around the north area, like Yishun Dam,
Yishun Dam is nice.
Punggol PCN,
Punggol PCN, yes.
Seletar Aerospace.
The lovely Red Bridge, the very
Yes.
and Seletar, right?
Yeah. So I can say that I'm 50% route.
50-50.
PCN. Yeah.
So if, for those who don't know whether to ride on the road or ride on the PCN, be like Mike, right?
Mix around, mixture,
Yeah, mix it up,
the
right?
best of everything.
Right. I mean, even with a photo bike, you can actually ride on the road.
Yes, this is okay. For me, I get the trifle bike is because I mainly use this as commuting bike. And also I purposely make my bike until very heavy so that I can use it as a training bike also. So that I can keep up with Desmond, you see.
And that's why he can lose 11 kg.
Yes.
Right. So for those who just join us, I think it's very important that you choose the right bicycles, right?
Yep.
So how do you go about choosing bicycle? I mean, obviously, Desmond, you are a fit, strong guy. I mean, are there specifically requirements when you come and choose a bicycle?
So it depends really what do you want from riding. So for me, I'm always chasing about my speed
Gains,
goals,
yeah, for you it's
trying
about
to
sport.
clock my best average speed. So
Right.
I will obviously get a thumb trial bike that suits my need.
Then how about you? You mentioned you got other bikes.
The other bike is the road bike, is a Bianchi area.
Bianchi, a nice bike.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love Bianchi.
Yeah,
So
I love Bianchis
this road
too.
bike is extremely versatile. It can go anywhere with any groups of friends going for whether they want to climb up to Mount Faber or they want to do easy PCN ride.
That's
to
an
drink coffee.
endurance bike.
I use my Bianchi for
Right.
PCN.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So talking about riding around the country, have you guys tried cycling outside Singapore?
Oh, I want to try, but I haven't got the chance.
So you have not had the chance. Have you
I
cycled
tried, I
outside of
tried.
Singapore?
I saw Desmond try before.
Where have you
Yeah.
cycled? Which country have you been?
During my youngest day, I raced in Thailand, I raced in Penang. So only I think few months ago, I follow a group of riders, Sharon Tan.
Yes.
She'll
Sharon,
be here
Sharon is
tomorrow.
coming to join us tomorrow with Sky.
So
So
actually,
happy birthday to Sky. I think Sky's
Yeah.
birthday was just 2 days ago.
Yeah. Happy
So we're
birthday,
gonna,
Sky.
we're going to be meeting Sharon and Sky. They are a couple who cycle together. You know, we think that cycling is not just a great activity for the whole family, but I think it's also good for couple time. So tomorrow, we're going to have 2 couples on the show.
Yeah.
Right? Dash and Kat. Right? And I think between those 2 couples, they probably got more bikes than 2 of you combined.
definitely.
I heard they have road bike, mountain bike, gravel bike, you name it, I think they have it,
Mini
right?
Velo, yeah.
So who do you usually cycle with, Mikey?
Oh, I have my own group of friends. Yeah, mainly I cycle with them. Then one of them is there, Ferdy. So he's actually our leader lah. So he helps to plan, organize all the trips. So we just follow him.
And usually, how far you all cycle when you all go as a group?
Usually 500 kilometer.
500 kilometers.
Less than that lah. Less than that. It's like per day maybe we try to hit more than 50 km. Then if got time limits, then we try to RTI lah. If no, then less than 100 km.
So how can people want to join your group? Or they need to be at a certain level, or you all welcome anyone to join?
Because our group is more, because we don't call ourselves like a very seasoned, but we are around there already. So we can easily cycle like maybe more than 50 kilometers without feeling tired lah. So this is our standard lah. So if you want to join us, at least I think to make you feel so miserable, it's better that you have your fitness level around that range first, then you can join us lah.
But don't worry, guys. So if you all think that you are just a novice cyclist, beginner cyclist, you might not be able to catch up with Des or Mikey. There are many cycling groups in Singapore, right? You can look into our app. There are many different cyclists. Chat to them, or you can follow SGPCN Cyclists. SGPCN Cyclists is Singapore's biggest Facebook cycling group. It's 94,000 and growing. So there are many groups, many different kinds of cyclists in SGPCN, right? So they are the strong ones that want to cycle 500 kilometers. They're the ones that cycle 50 kilometers. There's also the ones that just cycle 5 kilometers to makan, right? Just enjoy, right? So don't worry about, you have to reach a certain standard, or you need to spend a certain amount of money, right? Like earlier we were saying that there are actually rental bikes out there.
Yes.
I mean, when we were kids, I remember my first bicycle. I spent $80 second-hand road bike.
Okay.
And I cycled,
$80?
Yeah, $80.
When was
right.
it?
It was a long time ago, 1985.
Oh, I haven't born yet.
$80 still, you're not born yet, right?
I'm not born yet lah.
Yeah.
$80 is the price of a tire,
Yeah, yes. So $80 last time can buy bicycle, now can only buy a tire, right? But again, like I said, there are also a lot of second-hand bikes. There are a lot of second-hand bikes out there. So if you want to start off cycling, if you don't want to invest too much, you can just get a second-hand bike, right? What do you think, Desmond?
Everything you see here is all second-hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
even
don't buy new.
Desmond, right, who's a serious cyclist, who's in the sport of road racing, he also buys second-hand parts, right? So no need to everything go and spend tens of thousands of dollars, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I mean, cycling, the barrier entry is actually very low, right?
Yes.
So let's do a very different thing now. We're going to do what we call a quick fire round, right? I'm going to ask you all to choose between two things. Okay, this is a quick fire round. Huh? Before we go to the audience and ask the audience whether they got any questions, so we can give away some bubble tea. I can see the gentleman over there is thirsty for some bubble tea. Right? Who else over there? Anyone else need some bubble tea? He also needs some bubble tea. Thirsty already. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my supreme leader.
Right. Before we give away the bubble tea, so we're going to do a quick fire round. Okay. Very simple, huh? Jurong Hill or Mount Faber?
Mount Faber.
Mount Faber.
Mount Faber. Why not the
Where
South
is-
Buona Vista?
That one is called Jurong Hill.
Jurong Hill is, I think, near the
South
bird park,
Buona
right?
Vista, NUS? That one also a lot of climbs.
Okay.
Okay.
Long climbs.
Mount Faber, very popular choice, all right, for climbing, right? Because in Singapore, unfortunately, we don't have many
But
mountains.
I don't like climbing.
But I think Jurong Hill is not easy to climb.
Actually, that's a good question, right?
Yes.
For his size, climbing, will you be faster than him?
Depend which bike I take lah.
You will win with any bicycles.
Okay, so Mount Faber is a popular choice, right, instead of Jurong Hill. How about sugarcane or iced coffee?
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee. I like sugarcane.
I love
But
sugar
that's still
cane,
very
but
hot as Singapore.
Desmond
Too
don't
much
eat sugar
sugar.
lah.
Oh, too much sugar. That's true. Then ask the uncle don't put sugar lah.
sugar cane is natural sugar.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
there's
yes.
already natural
Yes.
sugar. The point
There's
is
no
sometimes they
added.
add the syrup also,
I
right?
don't think so.
The people laughing already.
Okay. I thought they always add the syrup. That's why it's so sweet.
No.
No. Sugar cane is
Sugar
pure.
came from
Sugar cane
sugar
already
cane.
naturally sweet.
Yes.
How come when I eat like that not sweet leh? Okay. Maybe the sugar cane I choose not sweet enough for me, for my taste.
You're
Right.
sweeter than the sugar cane, I think.
So, roti prata or nasi lemak?
Nasi lemak.
Roti prata.
Roti prata. He's a man after my heart. I mean, depend on whether
Kids
it's...
know.
Kids also are
yeah,
roti
they love
prata, right?
roti prata.
Alright, okay. So now we're going to go to the audience. Alright, this is the part where we give away bubble tea, courtesy of Chicha 3000. It's 3000, not 3000. Right? It's 3000. Okay, who wants some bubble tea? Anyone has any questions for Des or Mike?
Ferdy?
Come. What question? Right, which is great question. Of all the, what do you mean by harder or more slopes or climbs? All right. So the question from this lady over there who's going to get a bubble tea, right? You'll get your bubble tea as soon as we're over. We'll bring you over and get a bubble tea. So the question is, of all the park connectors, which one is kind of like the toughest?
I can say East Coast Park.
East Coast Park.
East Coast Park, yes.
Why?
So, first of all, you thought the East Coast Park is very
I thought East
easy.
Coast Park is straight.
Okay, no, it's not like that. East Coast Park PCN, right, is like there's minor up and down that you wouldn't even notice unless you cycle on it in the park. And then
In the park,
when you reach
okay.
the end, when connecting to the Marina Bay East there's a
There's
a
a
bridge
ramp,
you need to
the
cross the
bridge.
bridge.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, there's this bridge.
So
I
that bridge,
remember.
you have to be very careful, going up and going down because the left side there's oncoming traffic, oncoming cyclists also. Yeah, so
But
that one is quite dangerous.
If
also,
you
lah.
ask me, I would say East Coast Park, but it's not about the bridge and all. You try to ride on East Coast Park PCN on a weekend morning. I tell
Yes,
you,
yes,
will
yes.
be a great headache with
Yes.
all the kids running around and you have to jam your brakes.
That's true. So when we all agree that East Coast Park is a very popular PCN, park connector, I mean, especially sometimes if you're coming from the east side, the eastern loop, you're going to Marina or
Yes.
vice versa.
Yes.
So it tends to be very crowded with a lot of runners,
Yes.
pedestrians, and sometimes it can get a bit scary for cyclists, especially when you're on a road bike, you're clipped in.
And there is a speed limit for East Coast Park riding.
25, I
Yeah,
think.
you cannot be too fast. And I see a lot of roadies riding in PCN way too fast.
Yes.
Great advice on Desmond. So
Yes.
to all the roadies out there, please be careful. The speed limit 25 kilometers per hour. All right, when you're on the PCN on the service road. Service road
has no speed limit.
Right? Yeah, service road is different, right? So please look out for other cyclists. Look out for the pedestrians. Look out for the kids. Talking about kids. Just now we were talking about this earlier also. Sometimes parents are cycling with their children.
Yes.
Right? And they're not sure whether the children should be in front or should be following behind them. What is your take on this, Desmond? You have kids, you have cycled with your kids.
Yeah.
Do you want to see your kids cycling in front of you, or your kids should be behind you so they can protect them from
So there are
oncoming
two
traffic?
ways of thoughts. If the kids are in front, of course you can see them, it's safety. But then they may not know which direction to go,
Right.
or they may be like too slow waiting for the parents at the back.
Right.
Yes,
Then
yes.
if the kids are at the back, then you have another worry. You don't know whether they
Yes.
can keep up with you or not, or are they still around?
Exactly, yes. Yeah.
So this is always a so-called worry to cycle with
Mikey,
your
what do you
kids.
think? Do you think that the kids should be in front or the kids should be behind
No.
when the whole family is cycling?
To me, I feel that the kids have to be in front. Yeah. Because when they are in front, right, I can know whether anything happened to them. Did they fall down or not? Imagine if they are behind me, I have to keep turning my head to check.
Yeah.
It's actually a risk
It's
hazard
not easy,
also.
yeah,
It's a hazard
yeah.
also. I can just bang
Yeah.
into anyone oncoming. Yeah.
Maybe you can install a side mirror on your 4D.
Yeah, maybe you should have a mirror, then you can
Check on the kids. at
Okay.
the back.
I have a glasses
Yeah.
with a rear view mirror.
Yeah.
That one is called
Right.
Tri-Eye. I can purchase in DC Pro. Okay.
Right.
So that glasses is like, it helps me not to turn my head so far
Right.
back. I can
Right.
just like slightly turn, and I just glance a bit.
Yeah.
I can see my back view. That is very important. I
Quite
find it very
useful.
important when I use it on a PCN.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm.
So that's great advice from Mike. So he's saying that, and Desmond also mentioning, so sometimes you want to know what's happening behind you and not just what's happening in front of you. One way to do that is really to have a mirror,
Yep.
right, on your cockpit and your handlebar, or as Mike said, you can have one of those specialty mirrors
Yes,
that's
yeah.
attached to your helmet. Then you can know what's going on
Cycling
behind
glasses
you.
also.
Right, cycling glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you attach to your cycling glasses, right? And I think when you're cycling with children, my personal take is the children should be in front, right? The reason is then I can tell the children, don't go so fast.
Yeah.
Slow down. In front, hazard, turn left, slow down.
Yeah.
Incoming traffic, stop.
And I see
go to the side.
many parents, they actually they forgot to remind their children to cycle
Yes.
straight.
Yes. Then don't drift off the
Yes.
path and drift onto
It's
the
quite
oncoming
dangerous to the
traffic.
oncoming traffic.
Yeah. So to me, it's like if the children, right? So I have 3 kids. So if the children is in front of me, at least I can tell them what to do.
Yes,
At the
yes.
back, it's kind of difficult to like tell them, hey, you're cycling too fast, you're cycling too slow, you're drifting off. You should slow down and
Yes,
stuff like that.
yes.
So for all those over there, this is Chicha with RIDE&JOY, Singapore's first cycling talk show. We are giving away bubble tea. Anyone over there want bubble tea? You guys look, you're thirsty, right?
Bubble tea.
Right, that gentleman over there wants a bubble tea. So to win a bubble tea, very simple. Come on down here, right? I'll ask a question, and if you get the answer right, you'll win a bubble tea, courtesy of Chicha Sanqian. Right, they look like they're on the way to rowing, right?
They
Dragon
look like they
motors.
cycle too.
Right, okay. Yeah, they look like they can cycle too, right? So before we go, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Desmond, for joining me today. I think we covered really a lot about what bikes to use, how to ride safely, especially when you're with children,
Yes.
why you got into the sport, So before we go, maybe you can tell us a bit more about the bromance. I can sense a bit of bromance between the two of you. Are you guys making a date to go and cycle together soon? Or cannot be after this today, then bye, Desmond. You're not going to cycle together, right? We got to see the two of you guys cycling together and creating some interesting videos.
Yeah.
Any plans for that, Mikey?
Waiting for you to plan for us actually.
Right. Yeah, maybe we should all
Yeah.
3 go and cycle and So okay, talking about that, creating content, right? Before we go, right? So has any brands approached you you know, have M&M actually start calling you, you know, hey, yeah, thanks for promoting M&M. Here's a 1 year supply of M&M. Or has Hai Di Lao call you, or McDonald's call you, or maybe Sanchen needs to call you. And then next week we will see him wearing bubble tea jersey instead of M&M.
吃茶3000.
吃茶3000.
Yeah, then you cycle and drink bubble tea, right?
For me, M&M approached me, but it's like because if you know me, right, you saw my video. There's a viral video that is like from 100 kg, 1 year later become 101 kg. That video actually went viral in TikTok. Now I think it's about more than 100k, 900k views already. So that went viral, and then that shout out actually reached M&M's. There's a lady called Lydia contacted me. She works in Malaysia, March Ridley. So she contacted me, then she gave me some of the M&M's products, all that kind of things. And even you see my shoe, this shoe.
Wow, M&M shoe, guys.
This is a M&M
collaboration
with Adidas.
Shoe.
Yeah. So she also sent me one of these lah. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yes, awesome. So I wear it. It's yellow color, just nice. RIDE&JOY, yellow color.
Right.
Yes.
So will M&M brother soon become the hottest TikToker very soon?
I need everyone's support lah.
Please tell,
subscribe to me, follow me.
Please tell
in
everyone
TikTok.
how to follow. What's your social media handle? How to follow you on TikTok, YouTube?
Mikey Cruise.
Right. M-I-K-E.
M-I-K-E-Y.
Mikey.
C-R-U-I-S-E.
Right. So please follow Mikey Cruise.
Mikey Cruise. Yes.
TikTok, Instagram.
Yes, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Which one you got more followers?
I think TikTok.
TikTok you got more
Yes.
followers.
Yeah.
But I think you should work closely with Des, you know, and then make sure
Yes.
his channel has more followers also.
I think we
So I think Des, you need to bring Mikey to your gym and make him do a hit, you know.
Then we will look the same.
Desmond IG has.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Right, you got another follower.
Thank you
Plus
so
one.
much. Thank you.
And we will get you the bubble tea later. Both of you should have bubble tea. You are thirsty already, I know.
I give you M&Ms.
Right. Yeah, maybe you should bring him to your gym, you know, make him work out.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but please don't make
We
him
can
until
arrange.
like you know, so full of
I-
muscles. Then we'll lose our beloved M&M bro.
I saw Desmond's some of video from Desmond. It's like all the workout video.
Workout video.
It's like when I see, I perspire.
Oh, yeah. See your video already
Just
tired
by viewing
already.
the video, I perspire already.
See you do weights already, we are. Ayo, strong man. Ayo, how scared already, we are.
It's not that scary actually.
Alright. But talking about personal training, talking about wellness, this is Move for Wellness. This is Kallang Wave Mall Wellness Festival. Maybe we end by asking Desmond to share with us how to consult Desmond. Right? Desmond is a professional personal trainer. He's a bodybuilder, he's a cyclist. So he's the right man to go to if you need help, you know, to get fit, to learn how to get into cycling, you know, but really fitness, I think, is
Yeah.
really your business.
Yeah. So I'm Desmond. So I run my own gym in Joo Chiat. It's called Hercules Fitness. So of course we do transform our client from fat to fit. Then those athletes that come to me, they want to be like, for example, they want to cycle faster. They ask me what to do, so I'll give them advices. So the golden question is, how do I lose weight? So my answer is very simple. It's 70% diet and 30% training.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you cannot do that 70% of diet, it's very difficult for you to lose any weight. You cannot just simply out-exercise whatever you eat.
Right.
We must
right.
always remember that.
Right, that's great advice on Desmond, I think. I mean, wellness, fitness is not just about, you know, buying the latest bike, going on a cycle. As much as you exercise, you also have to watch your diet. Right?
Can I still eat M&Ms to lose weight? Huh?
So cannot eat M&M every day lah. Can eat once in a while,
Can
right?
eat M&M during your ride.
Yeah.
Okay,
Every
okay.
45 minutes, you can maybe pop one small pack.
One,
Not one.
One packet lah.
Cannot eat one packet.
Every 5 minutes, one packet.
All right, and with that, we'd like to thank our listeners, our viewers at home on Facebook Live.
Thank you.
We'll thank our live audience here at Kallang Wave Mall. Big thank you to Chicha, 3000 for the lovely bubble tea.
Very tasty.
And our lucky live audience are going to win some bubble tea as soon as we are off stage. With that, I just want to say that remember to ride safe. I think that's very important. Get the right equipment, right? Learn the laws, right? The speed limit. Practice etiquette. You know, if people give way, say thank you lah, or wave to them or stuff like that, right? And even if the driver honk at you, don't go and get angry and get aggressive and stuff like that, right? So if someone honk at me, I just smile at them.
Yeah, just smile.
Right. So remember to look out for each other. I think that's very important. Whether you're a pedestrian, whether you're a driver, whether you're a cyclist, you know, do look out for kids, look out for the elderly.
Yes.
Right. Sometimes you need to slow down. Right. I think it's very important that we as cyclists, we need to be responsible for our behavior.
Yes.
Right. I mean, like the road drivers, there are good drivers, there are bad drivers. But I think, you know, it's in us to really show the right example to other people and also to the younger generation, to the kids.
Yes.
So with that, this is Chicha with RIDE&JOY. Thank you all for tuning in on our Facebook Live. Thank you, Des. Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you.
Kelvin.
Right. Tomorrow we'll be on again at 12 o'clock, where we'll be talking to Philippi Ong. He's known as the Brompton Minister, right?
Wow.
Yeah, he's known as the Brompton Minister. He's the admin for the World Brompton Travellers Club.
Wow.
So his topic, he'll be talking about have Brompton will travel.
Okay.
So I can't wait for the chat because I myself am Brompton. I've been cycling around the city, but I've always been curious, you know, to actually travel to Europe, to travel around the world with a Brompton.
So convenient.
Yeah, that would be it. And of course, we have two cycling couples going to join us, right? Sky and Sharon, your friend, our friends, right? And Dash and Kat. So tune in tomorrow, RIDE&JOY SG Facebook Live at 12. For those who are cycling, please stop by Kallang Wave Mall. Lots of bike parking around.
Yeah.
Lots of great makan. You all can try the AA Duathlon, try our virtual cycling classes. And of course, you have a chance to win bubble tea from Chicha Santian. And with that, thank you everyone.
Thank
This
you.
is Kel from RIDE&JOY.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
See you tomorrow.